Who's this?
He's in there.
I don't know.
He looks like that kid. I always love referencing this. The kid from the like early Vines. It's like the dude's like, oh, it's little Terrio and Popeyes. Ooh, and the kid's like holding his drink. He's like looking at him. That's what you're.
I know that's one of your favorite ones.
Oh, I love it.
You were showing that the other night too.
Yeah. This is Tyler.
Hi.
Saved in my f***ster. He's our
That's what I'm
producer.
best at.
He's our producer. He's a musician.
Oh, yeah, I do music too.
He's in a band.
Primarily, but
Primarily old guy.
That's a main venture. All the other stuff.
Music is a side
music's
thing.
a side hustle. Yeah, you've actually you do music full time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and
we're all
then
striving
when I'm not doing
for.
that, I'll do like motion graphic or like marketing material because I'm actually working for the label right now, doing their lyric videos and stuff.
Oh, tight. Okay.
So you like music?
It's all right.
Yeah. Name all their albums.
Like I thought that was a real question, and I was gonna hit it, but
All right. Well,
what's your 5 favorite
been a
albums?
good
Go.
one.
5 favorite albums. Probably Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory.
Classic.
That's in there.
Are we not recording?
No, I just want to make.
Okay.
I had a gut feeling that you only get when you make videos for a long time.
Yes.
In other words,
Or
he
our
didn't trust me to hit a button.
Or our friends with Chad.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. It was kind of two parts of me that were like, you should check that. All right, number 2.
That's a good question. I got one. That's all I've got. That times 5.
That times 5.
I was actually
All right.
thinking about this earlier today, and I think mine would be. I could do 3, with Roots Above and Branches Below.
That's a good album.
Minutes to Midnight, but only because I remember that one coming out, and it was new to me when it came out, and I didn't listen to Hybrid Theory till later. I think Hybrid Theory is probably better, but I like Minutes to Midnight more.
I'm a big Minutes to Midnight. That for sure. I got it. I actually bought it when I was a kid because I remember when it came out, and I bought it. I bought it from Walmart. And what I didn't know is Walmart does not sell any explicit music at all. All of their, no matter what
They're
you buy, it's all censored.
whitewashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was very disappointed.
So this isn't like Reese's with beer. This is like the healthy Reese's that you get at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
That tries to task like
Like
Reese's
real peanut butter,
with
yeah.
beer.
not the half sugar.
I'll get
half
some
peanut
COVID.
butter,
Let's
peanut
go.
butter.
Yeah, let's go.
Whoa!
Oh yeah,
It's pretty, pretty strong.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's a stout.
you're a stout.
it kind of just tastes like peanut butter water.
Yeah, it tastes like a little bit of beer, but like a lot
Like
of
the oil on the top.
It's like
of the
if you
natural
soak-
peanut butter.
Yeah.
I feel like that would probably be even more potent.
that image is in my mind.
It's like if you just took the 2-pack of the Reese's and you put them in a big cup of water and just let them dissolve, and then you took a drink.
Yeah, yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
Okay,
what?
I'm revising. My top 3 albums are Human Clay by Creed, My Own Prison by Creed, and then what's the other one with their faces on the tree? I can never remember the name of the album. I have to look it up.
Withered?
Withered by Creed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
classic.
And then a close runner-up
wide
is
open.
Full Circle by Creed.
Mine are I can't put them in an order, but I definitely know what's like in my top, which is
I was wondering
that?
about this because I bet it's a lot of newer music. Knowing you,
That's a good pair.
Yeah.
one of my
Chocolate and wine.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like it's like a PB&J.
yeah.
It's grapes.
it's a rich man's peanut butter and
Rich
jelly.
man's peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter,
Just
milk
soak
stout.
the bread in there.
There's not enough cores on this table.
There's a course seltzer.
Just 2.
Yeah, that's
good for you.
You know what? I feel better. I didn't see the second one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
We'll get there.
You got the sponsorship, right?
All right, check one.
I wish.
You got to have one on the table at all times.
Definitely The Beautiful Letdown, Switchfoot.
That's a classic.
Is
Is that where they have Dare You to Move on it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's the one where they're tearing the music video and he's like cutting the wall down? That's on that,
Meant
right?
to Live. Yeah.
that's
That
on
was
that
like their
one.
big breakout song.
Yeah. That's on that album, right? Yeah.
Sempiternal by Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh yeah, that was my third one.
Such
that was
a
my
good
third
album.
one.
Yeah.
That one might be number 1 for me.
That's definitely probably top 5 for me.
And if I'm just gonna pick 3, I'm just gonna spitball the first really good album that comes to my brain, which is probably Holy Hell by Architects.
Yeah.
Does he go blah in that one?
About
Yes.
90 times.
Okay.
It's amazing every time. You're not even sick of it by the end of it.
All right, cool.
And he only does that. It's only one song that he does it 90 times in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you get it all in the one.
Yeah, in one
okay.
song.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take it. Charlie,
Let's see. So
gotta have 3,
Gotta have 3.
at least 3.
At least 3. Okay. Polarity by The Wedding.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't not have that as a favorite. I've got like 2 tattoos
Yeah.
representing the album. I'd have to say Holy Hell. And more recently, some people in here I know may think it's not the greatest album, but Pressure by Wage War.
I haven't listened to
It's
Yeah.
It's
the album name, right?
I don't know. I'm not super familiar with Wage War.
Wage War's good.
They have that song Grave, don't they? Is that Wage War? Take it to your grave. Or is that a different band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that that's off
on
that
Pressure.
album.
Yeah, that's on Pressure.
I just didn't like that album as much as I liked the previous 2. It's kind of like Beartooth. It wasn't a bad album.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't listen to Wage War before that album, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll like the other ones.
It's so weird how that makes you like a completely different kind of fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, and that's the same with Architects. Like,
Yeah.
I've only ever listened to Holy Hell and their newer stuff.
Yeah.
But then also, Disease by Beartooth is up there.
Pretty good. That's in my top 15 at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have one to add to mine.
yes.
Get it.
That's
the
pretty much all I have.
Subliminal Verses by Slipknot.
Okay.
Which is that? I only know
It's
the
one with Duality on it.
Okay, yeah, that one's
Before
good.
I Forget, Duality.
Their first album is my favorite, and I know that sounds so hipster.
It's
Classic,
dude.
Yeah, that the
It's like-
first 3
You
amazing.
can't stop listening.
No,
like
yeah.
the first 5 songs, it's just like it just keeps going, and they keep getting better.
Part of the reason why that one's one of my all-time favorites is because that was when MTV played music videos still.
Yeah,
Seeing the Duality music video,
that music video is so awesome.
and that was my introduction to like metal
Yeah.
in general. I was like, "What is this? This is the most brutal thing I've ever heard in my life."
They're just
And
tearing down.
in
a house.
hindsight, it's not the most brutal thing ever now, but at the time,
At the time, it was metal.
the hardest thing I'd heard before that, the hardest thing I heard before that was Linkin Park. So
Yeah,
I went
right.
from Linkin Park to Slipknot.
Yeah.
I think that album's really interesting to me. Slipknot's first ones, because it's like it just sounds not very good. But
Yeah,
it's like
it's
but
raw.
something about that
It's raw
makes
as
it
hell,
sound
yeah.
kind of dope to me. Like
There were,
I think the
like-
drums on that sound terrible.
They do,
but
they
it's
sound
very raw. And just like it's like it's like
Yeah.
the
Like
equivalent
somebody who doesn't play drums will be like, those don't sound good.
Well, and it's like, I feel like it's, especially to how they sound today, it's very much like the story of hey, this was our first album. We didn't have any money. Here
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and then you hear like Corey Taylor was like breaking bottles in the studio and like crushing the glass in his hand when he would do vocals, and he
Oh,
did like
yeah.
half the album naked.
There
in the
was
booth.
one, I can't remember what song, but I heard like they would, to get a certain type of scream out of him, he would run around the block for like 15 minutes and then run straight into the vocal booth and scream the
believe
line.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stuff about that with their second album, Iowa too. Like, because that album I think is more brutal than their first one
And
for
also,
sure.
have you heard of their like pre-show ritual also?
No.
Before they get on stage, they carry around a dead bird in a jar and they all take
Oh, yeah,
a
I've
whiff
heard-
of
I
it
heard that
before they
story.
go on stage.
That's not like I don't think that's an every time thing, but they said the
done-
fan
yeah.
gave it to them,
Yeah,
and so they were doing it. They were huffing a dead bird.
Pretty metal.
Yeah, just
Being a
metal as
dead
fuck,
bird
bro.
before they get on stage.
what? I'm gonna attempt to walk through this. You're a band, okay? We're for the sake of this made up story, we're all in a
Drugs.
band.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Somebody's like,
Death.
hey, I want you to have this. This is my dead bird. You know what? Maybe it's not even yours. Maybe it's just a dead bird. Which is that weirder if it's not even theirs?
No,
less weird.
I think it'd be weirder if it were their dead bird.
All right, then we'll take the less weird route. We'll
Just
say
some Tweety bird.
this is
found a bird
here's
and they put it
a
in
dead
a jar.
bird.
Yeah.
And what do you say?
I say thanks, and I take it. Probably. After the show, like, can you even be bothered to like I'm just gonna take it, and then I'm gonna throw it away later, and then it ends up on the bus, you know?
And yeah, next thing you know, you have this thing.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is like, oh, this is a great idea. Like, as a prank, we should just all whiff this before we get on stage every night.
So if you don't know anything about Slipknot, this doesn't mean anything to you, but like it was definitely Sid Wilson, right? That was
probably.
like, let's huff the bird.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure,
probably.
yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
That dude's crazy as hell. I even kind of follow him now. Like he's on kind of like active on Instagram and stuff like that.
He did like 80
He's
tabs of
wild.
acid at a high school party, and his vision still blurs when he moves his head.
Well,
Nice.
no, what I never should do.
Well, okay, so we know
It's
We know the limit.
79 is good.
I
the
never
limit.
do acid. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, so I thought of a fourth and a fifth for me. Dear Youth by The Ghost Inside. Mm-hmm. And the fifth is the most recent O Sleeper album, Bloodied and Unbound.
That was good. I still think I really liked the Titan EP. The
Titan
best out
is
of their stuff.
Titan is.
I think I might, had I not been listening to it nonstop for the past 7 years.
Well, and yeah, I think it's kind of like how he is with what was it, Wage War? Like, I started on O Sleeper, Titan EP, so that really just like
I looked at my Spotify.
formed
but I
into
can
like
find
what
these
I really
See,
liked by them.
And that's the thing, though. Go to our Spotify. Last year, they do the Wrapped at the end of the year, right? And I'm saying all these rock and metal bands. My number one artist was Post Malone, and number 2 was Machine Gun Kelly.
What? Oh
What?
no!
MGK?
no.
Wait,
The newest
rap
album.
MGK
Yeah. No,
or
pop.
wannabe
Pop
Blink 182 MGK?
Yes, that one.
Can we talk about MGK for a minute?
Yeah.
Go for
Let's
it.
talk about
Did you
MGK.
guys see the interview that he did with Spotify
No.
where he was shitting on all the Warped Tour bands? Did you see? And then literally all of like the hardcore bands, like Architect, Sam Carter, everybody was like. So he did an interview with. It's the lady that runs basically.
Allie Hagendorf?
Yeah, Allie. She's the head of rock. But he was talking about how he was like, yeah, I did Warped Tour, and the problem with Warped Tour is you've got all these guys, these so-called rock and metal bands who walk out on stage wearing Nikes. Rock and roll's not comfortable, bro. You shouldn't be wearing comfy shoes. You're worried about what kind of shoes you're wearing.
That's
Put on some Chucks, man. Put on some Vans. Those are uncomfortable shoes. You're big pussies out here wearing Nikes, bro, on stage. And just literally shitting on all these hardcore bands because they wear comfortable shoes on stage.
He was on a Sleeping with Sirens album. Does he remember that?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I don't
Yeah.
think he knows who that is.
Probably doesn't.
He's in the music video. He didn't even just feature and then duck. Like, he's in the music video.
But then all of the after that video came around, like Sam Carter from Architects, like all these bands, they started taking videos of them and putting them on Twitter of them just like, okay, walking in, they picked up their Nikes and just like put them in the trash can.
I think Vans are comfy.
I like Vans.
What does it matter?
It
doesn't matter. It
They
shouldn't
play the
matter.
same show every day for like 32 days.
Yeah.
Let them wear nice shoes. Like,
Right?
Come on.
See, if we're gonna be worried about shoes and stuff, I feel like we have to hop on JB from ABR always wearing
That is
flip-flops.
so upsetting to me.
Yeah, that's a weird.
The stuff
Always
he does in those
flip-flops.
flip-flops, they're at max tension. Just like I would kill to see what this joint on his foot looks like under an X-ray, because it can't look good. It can't
Those are
look good.
I don't know.
Well, and
Cheap flip-flops.
Have y'all
like-
seen? Speaking of freaky feet, have y'all seen LeBron's feet? Okay, I'm pulling that up. Go say what you wanted to say.
Any
I
athlete.
think so, but because I feel like you showed me. But,
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
Have you seen my feet?
Yes, and we're not even going that direction. Yeah, like JB, whenever he's playing up there, he's always like got his foot curled, like holding in his flip flops.
I mean, I feel like
hate flip flops, bro.
like he gets
can't stand them.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
What is that's a foot?
Yep. It's from cinching your shoes up too tight every single day.
See, but the thing is, though, I feel like JB, he's like, oh, we got a 45-date tour, and he goes and buys $45 worth of flip-flops, which is 45 pairs of flip-flops.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
I always found that peculiar about that band because I saw them live. I think maybe it was Under Oath or something like that. And yeah, they come out in like cargo shorts and flip flops with like a Hawaiian shirt. I'm like, what is this band?
Just look like normal guys.
Yeah, they look like frat dudes.
Yeah.
I feel like there comes a point when, you know, you have to fake it until you make it. You know, like you have to have like the get up, but then once you've made it, you can just do whatever you want.
Well, they just got old. They're all like 38. They're not going to be painting their nails black, you know?
But I feel like they've been doing that since the beginning, though. I feel like they didn't like get big and then we're like, well, we're going to wear flip flops.
Well, they started back in like the V-neck bangs phase. And that was when it was okay to wear like neon. But now it's like if you're in a scene band from any genre, black head to toe. That's what it has to be. It has to be that. It has to. Or you have to have a gimmick. You get one or the other.
Checks out.
Yep.
Checks out.
Speaking of checking things, we should check these cameras.
Yeah, probably. Because what happened is when I open this template, it sets my start. Good.
I have my stopwatch going.
You have to do it in like sections?
This one only records for 24 minutes at a time, so we have to stop and restart. And that one sucks on batteries, and I don't have a power supply that works for it.
So that makes editing really fun.
We usually do like 3 or 4 sections in it. That's fine.
Nice.
Oh, if we clap, I can just look at the audio, and I can just be like, there's the spike, and I don't have to watch it.
Makes sense.
Hear me out. Have any of you guys watched our podcasts all the way through once we release them?
Every week, because I edit it.
Well, other than editing, like on YouTube.
No, because that would be the third time I watched it.
And of course, we've got fans here locally too.
Local fans. Had 7 views today before we even advertised it, so that's pretty good.
TikTok's kind of popping off for our podcast channel, though.
How many views?
Shoot, between the 2 videos already, I'm doing.
You guys doing clips, like podcast clips?
We've got like 20 clips that we were using on Instagram, and I've got it. Between the 2 of them, we're at like 700 views.
Oh, that's pretty good. Couple
8
days.
followers. And, in 3 days.
Yeah.
So.
TikTok is such a bizarre thing.
It's just random.
Yeah, it's so random, and it's so because there's so much content, but stuff still gets seen. You know?
Yeah.
How many bots do you think there are on TikTok?
There's a lot more lately, and it's I only know because I'll comment like stupid stuff on videos sometimes, and then like people will like it, and I'll just go see because like who liked this comment? Like one person liked my comment. And it's not like at the top of the list or anything, and it's like some. This is just literally who it is. I'm not trying to say anything. It's like some Asian woman in her 30s. That's the picture, and then there's one video, and they're following 1,300 people. And it's like they're gonna turn this page into something by making people think it's a hot Asian girl, and then one day it's gonna be like pushing free phone ads.
Yeah.
Checks out.
I'll go look, but I mean, like, there's a lot. I have a lot of.
Have you ever followed a meme page? And it was a little bit smaller, but you followed it, and then it kind of started getting a good bit of momentum. And next thing you know, it's got, 800,000 followers or whatever. And then, straight up one day, you can't find it anymore.
Yeah,
that's because Instagram takes them down, doesn't it?
But then you end up finding out you follow something that's really off the wall. And I figured out that somebody was running a meme page. I'm guessing they sold it to somebody else because they had a bunch of followers, and then they changed it to something else.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did with our Facebook page.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
but
so
you couldn't get the name changed.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me. And
he's got a Star Wars Battlefront.
Hook it up, Chad.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 Facebook page.
Yeah. That had 25,000...
40,000
followers. Because he made it look really official. It had like the official logo and everything, and everybody.
I made it in like 2010.
Yeah,
nice.
Thought it was a legit Star Wars Battlefield 2.
You got it.
Whatever.
Battlefront.
Yeah. Battlefield is a different game.
Battlefront. See, you even just said Battlefield whenever I asked if that was
you
right.
said Battlefield. I would never say it wrong. Roll tape.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Charlie's turn.
No, yeah, really. No, for real, though. Roll it.
So, of the last 5 people who have liked my comments, 3 of them are Asian lady accounts.
So we've got he tried to change the name to the Guys Afternoon In podcast and just automatically have 40,000 followers, but it didn't work that way. They won't let us change the name on it.
It's not auto reviewed. It's reviewed by a person, and they're like, "This isn't the same thing."
Oh,
Yeah,
they
it's
used
not
to
close
not.
enough.
They used to not do
Yeah.
that. They used to not care.
It's too corporate now. They know you can sell it, and they want that money.
'Cause I
they
remember-
want that ad money.
I remember. You remember the band Woe Is Me?
Yeah.
They had a large following right at the time that they like basically disbanded, and the singer started a new band. They just changed the Woe Is Me Facebook page to the new band, and it was like, "This is our new band now."
So,
And I was like, "You can just do that?"
is that a new band or is that Issues?
It was a different band that's no longer together.
But as well as me now issues,
I mean, no.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Well,
it's got
Is
the
Creed Alter Bridge?
yes.
Think really hard about that.
No.
The only people, the people that went from Woe Is Me to Issues is Tyler Carter and Michael Bond, who are both
Bublé.
no longer in Issues anymore.
Bublé, yes. They're
So-
no longer even in issues?
No.
I didn't know that. Since when?
Michael Bond,
Yesterday.
they kicked out Michael Bond a couple years ago,
And
and then Tyler Carter,
Did he have allegations?
he got allegations
Okay,
last year.
they
I
came
remember
after
that.
him.
Yeah, there was some like grooming allegations and stuff like that,
Ooh.
and so they
What's the deal with scene bands?
AJ and them where they were like, "Yeah, we're just not associated with Tyler Carter."
See, I
anymore."
didn't hear that. And was that when a bunch of people was that when they were was it Alt Press or somebody had like a list of people? Like I'm talking like 30
They came
people.
for Austin Carlisle, but he was like,
They
"I'll sue
did.
you."
They did go for Austin Carlisle hard.
They went after the bass player for A Day to Remember. And he's
Yeah.
been pretty quiet about it, and he just said, "I have a legal team. We'll take care of it that way."
That's the same thing Austin said. And he was like, "This isn't true, and if you post it, like I can prove it, and you're going down." Because that's how libel works. It's like he can't prove negative, so they have to prove the positive in court, and like there's no way they can.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Cancel culture.
it is, but also like, why are so many of them
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many.
Also, don't be a shitty person.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck kids.
It's really not that
It's
hard.
really not that hard. Just don't fuck kids.
And it's so weird because like the ones you hear about
Check IDs.
in the scene aren't the ones that are like getting articles written about them.
Yeah.
Like Jared Leto, since that band started, everybody has said he's a creep.
Yeah, he is always. Yeah, I've heard he. Yeah, I don't know what's true and what's not. Obviously, it's all like he
Well, it's
said,
like
she
you
said
never-
business. But
Well, yeah,
There's no articles.
Well, and see, that's the really hard thing about
he's movie
stuff like that is, I can say Arnold Schwarzenegger touched me.
Yeah,
I mean, all I have to do is get a big enough people to believe it
Yeah.
and come up with something believable enough.
And you have just as much proof as any of those people that got taken seriously.
And it kind of weeds out like what actually happened to some people and what are some people just saying.
yeah.
Like for the people that something like that actually happened to, I really feel for them. I mean, I haven't gone through anything like that, but I feel like that sucks.
You've never been touched?
Well, only by you, but. And then the people who are just out here like trying to gain something out of this, like fuck off.
Yeah, well, for sure,
Yeah.
and like even like, when the Me Too movement really took off, like it did a lot of good. Like it took Weinstein down and all that, but it also there was a lot of people taken advantage of. I think that people that just had a bad date
Yeah.
and
Well,
could,
like the
it's like
the guy from Parks and Rec. Man, I can't remember. The Indian guy. I mean,
like the Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, Aziz. I
Yeah,
can't think of his
that situation that's exactly what I was talking about.
Literally just a bad date.
Literally a bad date,
And
they
was
tried to
like,
cancel him for it.
She just like spilling all this private stuff. It's like nobody wants to know this.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that about either of you.
Yeah. She was like I went back to his place, and then he tried to kiss me, and I was giving nonverbal cues.
Well,
and it's just like if you
it got sexual, but she even says in the thing that she consented to it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just awkward, and it's like, then what is this about? What is this?
This just feels private.
What do you want to?
You just had a bad date.
We're starting to put like something that something that's embarrassing or can be judged on, and something that's illegal, and we're starting to mesh those together.
Yeah,
and we're not really, I feel like, able to tell what's the difference.
Yeah. Well, it's the inherent problem with it is like it is nearly impossible to prove that you were sexually assaulted. It's nearly impossible to prove that.
Sure.
Unless you go within hours and get an RAPE kit. We'll get our video taken down if you say that on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you get that kit done within hours, then they can prove that something maybe happened to you. But it's like, if you have to sit on that for even a week, there's just nothing you can do. And that's an inherent problem with this crime, and that's part of the reason why that crime is so terrible. But it's also like, we can't just sit here and pretend like we have to take all of them at their word, because it is since the Me Too movement has started, it's like that stuff didn't ramp up at the very beginning, but we have seen more and more and more and more of it exponentially. These people that just are trying to get a minute in the spotlight.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it was like the Supreme Court Justice guy. What was his name? The guy I mean put on trial on television, basically.
Yeah, I don't remember the name now.
Yeah. And they brought the lady in, and she cried, and then they gave him the job.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't want to
talking about
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
Yeah. I don't want to discredit that movement, because, like I said, it did a lot of good.
Yeah.
It took down Weinstein. It took down a lot of people that really needed to get taken down. But also, it opened up this whole other opportunity for people to take advantage and accuse people and try to get their, like you said, 5 minutes of fame or whatever.
Well, and the other question is, like, how long is long enough? It's like you should have to face justice for your crime, but if you literally committed that crime when you're a minor and you're 50 now, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Because it's like you have lived that 16 years.
What's the statute of limitations?
4 more times.
25 years?
25
years?
I don't know. I'll never ask that because it sounds suspicious.
Seemed a little sus.
Well, especially since you're under 25, right? So
yeah,
you can't be out of any statute of limitations then.
No,
not yet.
No.
So,
well, I haven't done anything. So Chad,
nothing illegal. Well, I've driven pretty fast on the interstate. No, that's illegal. No, I'm not going to say an exact
speed. I haven't committed
a
felony.
The speed I might have gone might have been a felony, but we're not going to mention an exact number.
The front wheels were off the ground.
He may have commanded a few other
if wings came out of the side, we would have been taking flight.
We would have been taken off, yeah.
So have you guys ever pirated a movie or something and then immediately get an email saying that we know you pirated a movie?
Yeah, when I was back at my parents' house.
Cool.
Cox Communications.
Yeah, I did that. Like, I was so new to that. Like, I was using is it Popcorn Time?
Shit a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started watching a movie, and then I got an email like, I'm at home alone. Like, Lauren's at work. I'm like, how the fuck do they know?
The cops. The cops are coming.
It's like, what?
Well.
I don't think
FBI, open up.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything for that. I used to get a lot of, and you even got them, and we were talking about them one time, just like odd, like spam emails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get some great ones.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got one time, and it was through my band email.
Nice.
Which I don't use, so I guess it's just...
Yeah.
They were just shooting.
Oh, we get a shitload of spam emails and nothing but Russian.
Let me see if I got some good ones.
They might actually not be spam. It might be just fans.
Oh.
You just can't understand it because it's
spam.
What if you had a lot of Russian fans and you were just like, these
we do
scammers?
Our first album got leaked in Russia like a month before we released it.
Wow. Them Russians do that.
Cool.
Them Russians be doing that.
just out here grasping at anything.
Well, we were getting messages like with these Russian on Instagram, like broken English, saying how much they love our music. I'm like, wait, we don't release it for another month, and then
Your first album?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I don't know why
How does that
anybody
even
would
happen?
I don't know why anybody would want that first album.
Well, and how do you know I have so many questions. You know, it's like,
Dude,
we were not like we were barely a band when we released it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we had played 2 shows, and we're like, let's record 10 songs and put them out. Nobody.
and then Russia was like, we already got it.
yeah. Right? It's
We already got it.
Back to you, by the way.
But the album's not even done. We already got it.
finished.
We already got it.
Putin was like, we don't care how big or small it is. We're taking it.
I'm trying to see if I can find some of these Russian spam emails.
I got one email that was just like, "Hello, my is on fire." Like that was
You should see
literally
a doctor.
Yeah, that's the only sentence I remember.
Yeah, that's
from
just chlamydia, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Chlamydia?
I've gotten some that's just text and they forgot to send the link.
I hate when that
It's
happens.
just like a
is a
spam
tease.
broken English like paragraph about how they want to bang, and then it's like click here, no link. Like that, you forgot the only thing you had to do.
I
you
was
had one job.
I was watching this video, and this it's a different YouTube channel called VinWiki, and they bring on different guys, and they have car like talks, and one dude always comes on there and he talks about, because he sells a lot of cars, all the emails and stuff like that, and he made a really good point that I never really thought about, like all those emails and text messages and all that stuff. They might have some pretty broken English, but they don't care, because the people who notice that aren't the ones that they're going for. They're going for the people who overlook those kinds of things, because those are going to be the people who are going to more likely to buy into whatever they're doing.
Scum.
Like the people
Dummies.
that don't pick up on, you know, leaving out the letter A in a sentence,
Sure.
and it doesn't quite make sense. Like maybe
Old
older
people.
who didn't realize
Old
are the
people.
people that they're going for.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
You got it, Charlie?
No, I can't find.
Can't
it.
find one?
Can't
That
find one
figures.
in Russian. So of course not.
Yeah, it's kind of like me at the DMV the other day. I went in to go do my crap for my tags, and they said I still owed money in Washington County from like 2 years ago. And I was like, no. I was in here in this very DMV and had to talk to somebody on the phone in Washington County last year to pay that thing I already paid. It was like $30 that I paid last year, and so I told her, I was like, no, I already did that last year. I haven't lived in Washington County in a while. And she was like, oh, well, let me call them, let's see. And then she called them, and she was like, yeah, they have no record of it. I was like, so you're just gonna extort $30 more from me? Like, I don't have a choice, I have to pay this?
Yes.
And so I had to call them again. Little did I know, Springdale was gonna fall apart without my $30. They're holding on by a thread. They're like, oh God, thank God. Like,
They're like the pothole.
The entire economic system was riding on your $30, bro.
it's ridiculous. And of course I couldn't find my confirmation email.
Of course.
Of course not.
Of course
So
not.
this time I flagged my confirmation email. So next year I go
Flag, star, red tie,
Screenshot.
X, boldface, green drop shadow.
Green drop shadow.
going hard.
Comic Sans.
I will be damned if I pay that $30.48 again.
You'll never lose it again.
What was it for? Exactly.
Taxes from like 2 years ago, like on like property taxes.
$30?
Yeah.
You know what's wild? You're gonna pay like $60 to get married. Yeah. It's like no matter what you do, they're just like, yeah, $60. I think that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Checks
Because
out.
no matter what you do,
But you don't have to pay anything to have a kid.
no matter
You get money. You get money.
You do.
The government and the hospitals have to have something like a
Well, it's because you're
deal
repopulating, and then those
they're
kids
gonna make money off
They're
those
gonna,
ones.
pay
those
taxes.
kids are gonna pay
kids
taxes.
are an investment to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It costs like, without insurance, it costs like $40,000 to have a kid.
Yeah, don't have
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Just
God,
don't
yeah.
pay it.
In a hospital.
Yeah, but you
Just don't pay it.
What are they gonna do?
Well, it's like, what were you gonna do?
Are they going to take it back?
Yeah. That's what I always think. You know, it costs like $1,000 to do skin to skin in the hospital with your own kid. It costs like $1,000 for them to bring you your kid so you can hold it. Like, are you
You telling me the American
joshing me?
the American healthcare system makes any sense at all?
Absolutely wacky. Like, ask for your receipt at the hospital. That's all I'm
for your
saying.
receipt for
Because
your
they'll
kid.
itemize it and
Yeah.
just see what you're paying for.
I did hear, though, if you go in it for any hospital visit and even like emergency or whatever, you ask for an itemized receipt, they automatically drop it like 75%.
It'll be less money
because they raise the prices so much for insurance.
Yeah,
and then you drop it 75%, and then you ask them for a deal like what can we lower it to if I pay in full? Yeah, you pay in full.
You treat it like like a credit card that's way past due. You're like, look, I don't have 10 grand, but I got 3. You want that or you want nothing? Take your pick.
Honestly, that's kind of how it is.
That's what I've been told.
If you call collection agencies, that's kind of how it is.
You're just like, hey, I ain't
once
got
it goes to collections,
I got this.
Yeah, you can often negotiate.
And then we'll just wait for that to fall off in 7 years, and we'll be tight.
I know I owe money to them, but what do I have to pay you for you to tell them I died?
It's all good.
So I got a letter saying I owed for 2019 taxes. And I'm like, okay, I knew that. And then I got another letter like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, it's another letter telling me I owe taxes. And I opened it and like, okay. I'm like, wait, that number's way higher now. And I look at it and it's for 2016 taxes. I'm like,
no,
what? I owe taxes for 2 years now?
Oh boy.
Apparently I forgot about that.
And then they're gonna charge you fees on top of that.
Oh yeah, no, that's with the late fees up until now. So
I fought with the IRS for like 2 years for 2017. And I
just didn't file 2017.
I kept sending them letters and telling them they were dumb. And I'm like, look, this is why. I don't know that, and this is why. And they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. You got to pay this. And I was like, no. And I sent it back to them. I was like, I don't know this, and this is why.
That's why you just you have to get it right the first time, or else they're gonna.
Well, eventually they took about $3,000 off of what I owed them, and I only owed them $1,000. And then I was like, all right, I'll pay that.
I'm trying to think if I've talked about this before. So, income tax is a voluntary tax.
Okay.
And my uncle has not paid income tax in like 35 years.
The government right now is going.
Yeah. No, what it is so
what's his first and last name?
The way he does it, like when he fills out his W-4 for employment, when you're working, you are not making money. You are trading your time for your money.
For money.
So it's not income. And so he puts, I'm zero. Like, I'm not making any money because I'm trading.
Nothing I do has to do with printing money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and I guess whenever they like contact him, say, hey, you owe taxes, all he has to do is send him a letter. He's got a form letter he sends every year. He's like, you're legally required to prove how I owe you money. And he's never been audited, never been taken to court, and never paid income tax.
Okay, I have a question because I have a box I want to put him in my mind. Does he have a driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
He's not an amazing driver.
Okay. No, I was wondering if he was a sovereign citizen. You know those guys?
No.
The people that laws don't apply to?
Yeah, they don't pay any taxes for anything.
How do you become one of those?
You don't.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have a driver's license because they interpret a particular portion of the Constitution, I think, to say that if you're traveling, you don't need to pay any money, and you have to pay money to get a driver's license.
So it's like the Amish.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Amish.
So he actually
drive SUVs. Yeah.
Ironically enough, he works for like the city government.
That's funny. That's how he knows.
That's how he knows. Exactly.
Okay, it all makes sense now.
He was a truck driver, but he couldn't stay hired because he kept on hitting things.
We got to pause. I want to talk about working for trade after I go pee-pee.
The way he was sounding.
Yeah.
Who else was in your category?
Them.
I was.
Spoken. Paradise Now. Was the letter black in it?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
There were a few others that I didn't even. Oh, Amongst Wolves was also in it.
Oh yeah.
You guys were in more than one, right?
Yeah, we had album of the year.
I voted for
Rock
you
album
on the
year.
only one you were on, and you guys on the other one.
Hey, thank you.
So,
appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah.
Working for trade.
Working for trade.
I dated a girl like 7 years ago.
You did a girl?
I dated a girl.
Enunciation.
Yeah. Like 7 years ago, whose mom had a laser engraving shop.
Oh, I thought you just had a laser. Bro, that's fucking sick.
Like if you have a laser, you have a laser.
Like a laser, like an eye laser, like Cyclops up in this bitch.
But she worked like only for trade, But the trade was like $400 gift cards to Bordino's.
The Italian restaurant?
Yeah. So it was just like, that's just $400. You know?
Yeah.
Still 400.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll work for trade.
Yeah.
Then we won't report
I will
it.
say that Bordino's is a pretty fucking ball in it.
Bordino's is awesome.
So
So I took Jackie on our first date.
Nice. There's this
Wow,
place.
first date.
Big ballin'.
ever
Dropped the
been there.
bill, bro.
Me and Grace went to Purple Cow.
I set the stand.
Ooh,
Purple
that's,
Cow.
that's a good place though.
Pretty good
Their
place.
purple milkshakes are pretty bomb.
There's a place called Purple Cow in Galveston that I've been to.
It might be the same.
Probably the same.
Is it
What? I
purple, a white purple spot?
Is there a purple cow?
There's definitely a Purple Cow.
Is a purple milkshake?
There's also a lady. She's like, "What are you having?"
That sounds right. Right.
I'm like, I guess I'll have the grilled cheese. Oh, it's wonderful.
My two favorite places on the way down to Dallas.
Is there some cigarette butts in there?
She's chain smoking in my face while I'm ordering.
On the way down to Dallas, my two favorite places we pass is because, you know, Texas has a lot of Whataburger. There's a What a Burger. What a Burger.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Exclamation point. And then there's a Waffle.
Nice.
That's the name of the Waffle.
Waffle.
Right off the highway. Waffle.
Nice.
Waffle.
You ever heard of Pancake House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
International IHOP, yeah. No, never heard of that.
I've heard of Pancake House.
So back to the whole like trade thing. There's this thing in Northwest Arkansas called Local Trade Partners. You've heard of it? Do you guys? Is MJ's part of it?
No, because we're not fucking idiots.
Yeah, no, we're a part of it apparently.
Yeah.
It's basically other small business owners
Yeah.
using monopoly money to trade services now.
Okay,
Ooh,
is
Monopoly
is that Mexican place in Springdale in it? Is Jose's in it?
I can look it up. And
Locomotion's
see.
in it.
Let's see. Locomotion's in it. Yep. I got my glasses and my last eye appointment on this local
at
trade.
My brother is always really big. Kyle's always really big into trading stuff.
Trading, yeah.
He's always trading work for
Let's see.
things.
Well, it's like-
Jose's, you said?
Yeah.
Mojo's, Southern Food Company. Eureka Pizza.
Eureka.
On the Mark.
Got
Stone
those
Mill.
$5 Oz.
I don't know.
On the
Foghorns.
mark is in what? Hey,
What?
I'll fix your AC, but I need to get drunk. Like what?
No. That's not how it works. It's. I go work for
beer.
the owner of what's that pizza place? Woodstone.
Yeah.
I go fix his system. I change out his system.
Pretty good pizza,
And we get
wildly overpriced.
We get like $5,000 in local trade dollars, and then we can use that money at anywhere else that also participates in local trade.
Well, that's wild.
For example, like his place.
like his place
Yeah.
or anywhere else.
yeah, just a bar
Yeah.
though. Just go spend
So
all
it's
your
like
local
a-
trade dollars there.
So it's like a way of avoiding taxes.
In a way.
It's
Because
like
if you're using monopoly money
know what
to,
you're
You're right. Yeah.
it's like a way for places to get gypped.
We
Well,
currently,
Can't say that anymore.
so we
it's
currently
2020.
Gypped?
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Is
difference
that bad?
is it bad now?
Oh wow, you guys don't. Okay.
No, I really
is that a
genuinely
bad
don't know.
thing?
I say that all the time.
Gypped is short for gypsy.
What does that mean?
Why do we care about gypsies?
Why do we care about gypsies?
Wow, what is that?
It's a bug.
It's a stink bug.
That's
Wow, that was
huge bug.
You had that big of a surface area and you missed.
It was my right hand. See
Well,
that?
he didn't even flinch.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Is gypsy a race?
No.
Not really, but it's like a group of people.
It's a culture.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Hitler tried to kill all of them, so
Okay.
It
You know,
is-
talk to him
you guys
about it.
know about
I
like
consider Trevor a gypsy.
yeah.
What is
I
that?
could see that.
What is that?
So
they
so-
traveled around.
Yeah.
They just they're just kind of like nomads, you know? They just
Wait,
like
is that the
over
reason we
Europe.
can't park on a Walmart on the West Coast?
Yes.
probably because
Yeah.
the
'Cause
damn gypsies.
Those damn gypsies.
Sorry if there's any gypsies watching. This camera's not on anymore.
Oh, has it not been recording? Oh, no. Did I not hit record when you came back?
You dummy.
Well, it's a good thing most of that conversation was not good. So
Yeah, that's facts. Actually,
here, I'll just
Turns out
yeah.
all
Go
of
ahead
it.
and just cut that.
Turns
one.
out your whole fan base is gypsies. It's J or
it going?
G
Is that
Y.
mine? Yeah, that's mine, isn't it?
GYP.
Yeah.
So you say JIP.
Jip.
I thought it was JIP.
Also,
See, I thought it was JIPPED. Gypped.
JIPPED.
As in GYPSIE.
Gypped.
Yeah.
Gypped.
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
GYP as in gypsy.
Yeah. How about
Welcome back.
how about jerry rig? Do you know what that's slang for?
I know roughly like where it originated. Is it to get at the Germans?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jerry is a slang word for German, just like Charlie is a slang
Yeah.
word for Vietnamese.
Which is weird because it's like,
my name.
well, they also Germans like made stuff good.
Yeah.
So it's weird. That's the
jerry
thing we
rig.
call,
Yeah, I'm
like,
gonna make
doing
it very
badly.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is a slippery slope conversation. Talking about slang
Yeah,
words.
let's get deeper into here.
Anyway, the
I looked
Vietnamese.
up 25 things you can't say anymore.
Yeah. Perfect. We're gonna say all of them on this podcast.
Number one.
Number
Here's
one.
the top 10 races. Number one, I think, is NASCAR.
Indy 500.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Bobby Lee, the comedian?
Yeah.
Okay, so his dad was born and raised in South Korea during Japanese occupation.
Okay.
So he was super racist.
Nice.
And like Koreans are really racist against other Asians too, apparently. Like
Yeah.
they call them jungle Asians.
Damn.
Kind of like dang. But he gave, when Bobby was growing up, he gave him a written list of the races in order from best to worst. South Korean top,
Of course.
white, and then it was like snakes.
Like the reptile. Like the reptile.
And I think Filipino was like one of the last ones, because I remember I was like, why?
Lord.
Like it's racist, but also why Filipino?
Okay, Chad, let's go.
So, 25 things you can't say anymore.
Yeah.
A vote for Joe Biden is a vote for elder abuse. What? What is that? Another one? I don't.
There's got to be a story behind that.
Yeah, there's like one example, and they're like, throw it on there. I don't. Number 4, the devil is real. You can't say that, I guess.
I mean, I don't usually say that in my day-to-day conversation.
Yeah, like I can't even
say
throw
I've ever
that
said
into
that.
a conversation like organically. Like,
unless I'm stuck in traffic, then I'm just like, the devil is real.
yeah, like I get to the DMV, they're like, hey, you still owe $30. The devil's real.
The devil is real.
You know what? I think the devil's real.
The devil is real.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's see. Jesus Christ founded the Catholic Church.
Well, he didn't.
This has to be a joke. What
But he
website
didn't,
is this?
though.
I don't know.
He didn't.
This is a joke website.
Oh, that's incredible. No, I don't think it is. Gay marriage doesn't exist.
This is a joke website.
What?
This is a joke.
There are only 2 sexes, male and female. I don't think it's a joke.
I feel like that's the bait to get you to read the other ones, though. Like Clickhole does that sometimes. Like the first 2 make sense, and then the third
Are you
one.
on Clickhole right now?
No, it's just, what is it called?
Global warming and climate change is mostly bogus.
Some of these.
Saying that's gay. Saying man up.
Wow, some of these are so simple, and then the Joe Biden one.
Yeah, that's complex.
Joe Biden one.
That's a
Also,
complex
finally-
one, you know?
Jokes. The last one says jokes aren't funny. Stop telling them. What? Have you seen that? It's like an infographic that's a joke, but it's like 100 things to say instead of no when people ask you to do drugs. And like it's like some of them are normal, some of them are like,
Yes, please.
no, I don't want to be a burnout. And then you'll get to like number 40 and it just says, I'm calling the Coast Guard. Like, why the Coast Guard?
What's he gonna do?
I'm calling the Coast Guard.
What's that Coast Guard gonna do?
I don't want to smoke weed with you, burnout. I'm gonna turn the Coast
He's
Guard.
gonna show up in his boat.
Drink a Coast Guard.
This isn't a joke thing. This is a heavy right-wing thing.
I believe that.
That's what
that
this
makes
is.
sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now
Just
it
like
makes sense.
just like D. Trump's living under the White House.
Western civilization is superior to all others.
I saw something about, I didn't read into it, but it was talking about how Mike Pence and his wife are like homeless and just couch surfing through, like on their way back to Indiana.
There's no way.
Yeah. Well, I think they.
Pence?
I think. Yeah.
They put him on a plane. He has
Yeah.
Secret Service protection.
Yeah. Well, I know
He's
that.
not couch surfing.
But I think
He's like DIY touring
like I
through
said,
all those ways. He's DIY touring on his way home to Indiana.
They're in your bus.
No, he's in a van, bro.
He's in a 15-passenger van. But I think what it meant is that like they sold their house in Indiana, and so like they don't have a home or a house to go back to now because they were counting on still being in DC.
That makes
kinda
sense.
dumb.
That is kind of dumb.
Yeah, be smarter than that.
Gotta be quicker than that.
See,
You got any more of them seltzers in there?
Not in here.
Chad told me there wasn't, so there better not be any.
You got something delicious in there?
of course.
Coors
I'll take that.
or light.
Coors or Light?
This is from a different website.
Gotcha.
Or I got a chocolate Yingling.
I'll take the Banky.
Got a chocolate Yingling.
No, I'll take the Banky right now.
Something you can't say anymore. Mm-hmm. This is off of something else. I got off the right-wing propaganda.
Got away from that.
Money isn't everything.
Why can't you say that anymore?
This is the best way to let everyone know that you are very well off.
What if I want people to know?
Drive a Lamborghini.
You wear Nikes on stage when you're playing a show.
Having money.
Rock and roll's not comfortable, bro.
Full circle.
Rock and roll's not comfortable.
Look on the bright side.
Like,
I could say that.
I
I hate people say that. I hate people say that.
is it like,
You got it.
I hate people say that. Is
I
it
hate
like,
I hate this new culture though, where it's like nothing can be good ever. Like nothing can be good ever. You can't just decide to
Will
be
has
like.
never been depressed.
I have all the time, like most of my life. But it's like those people that are like, it's like if you say something like, let's just try to look on the bright side, and they're like, and just ignore all of the rampant abuse. Or like, and just ignore
The
police
stuff that's way
brutality.
out of your control.
It's like I don't think about police brutality all day. You know why? Because I can't do literally anything about it.
Racism. I can't do anything about that.
If I sat around and thought about,
I was waiting for Jed's look. I got it.
right in the camera. If you sat around and thought about all of the bad things all day, it's like seriously, just end it. Just end it. Because what are you here for?
but people do that though.
Yeah, they do.
They do that.
Yeah.
And it's a miserable existence.
Well, and it's so weird because like if you travel abroad, it really does expand your horizons, and it's like even like the lowest among us in America has it so good. Mm-hmm. Everyone here has it so good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just
Okay.
be quiet.
I got like a reality check of that one day. I was in Nashville. I was Uber driving. I picked up this African American guy, and it was clear he was like straight from Africa. Like he had an accent, like broken English, everything. And we're sitting there. He's in the front seat. And he's looking at my arm, and he's like, "How much did that tattoo cost?" And like he just kept on asking. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, I mean, like overall, I was like, I'm at about $3,000 here." He goes, "Oh," he's like, "That's a year's salary back in my country." I'm like,
Yeah.
Why you dropping?
"Oh,"
And that's what we call.
You're like, I'm sorry. I'll take the tattoos off.
Sorry, like,
And that's what we call oversharing.
I know. It's like, why did
I don't know
He
you.
goes, yeah. We held church in the dump. I'm like, I don't need to know this.
Yeah,
like,
it's an overshare.
But you're here. You're in Nashville.
There was nowhere else.
And you're like,
Literally nowhere else.
But the thing is, at the same time, he's taking a freaking Uber to get to school.
Yeah.
In Nashville.
Yeah.
Like,
He's just trying to make you feel bad.
he was like, we went to church in a dump. You're like, yeah, I'm from Huntsville. That's kind of a dump.
Pretty much the same thing, dog.
Yeah, I was homeschooled. We all got problems, homie.
we all started from the bottom.
Yeah,
Public school.
idiots.
Gang.
Well, if you've ever worked retail, I think probably all. Maybe you, not you.
Yeah,
Have you worked
I've done
retail?
a little bit.
You've all known like you get the oversharer old lady
Oh, yeah.
who's
Yeah,
like
overshare gay guy.
or
yeah.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
old man or old lady It just comes up and they're like, my son has cancer and I can't afford to buy these shoes for him anymore.
Well, I had that guy that made me print the pictures of his staph infection.
Oh.
Yeah. You work in a photo lab?
Huh?
You work a photo lab?
Office Depot.
I worked
Office
the
Depot?
Office Depot print center. Yeah.
Because he was saying that some place gave it to him, and he was trying
He
to
was
like.
suing the Arkansas state government because he was at basically a halfway house for vets, disabled vets, and there was such a significant like water damage problem in the place that it gave him a staph infection, which it very definitely did. But also, I didn't need to see it.
Sure. I worked in a when I was like 17 or 18, I worked at a Walgreens, and I worked in the photo lab. And it was, people would bring in their film to get it developed. And, like, literally, when you work at the photo lab, your job is to look at every photo and
make sure it's
correct it.
Yeah.
And, do, like, a little color correction before you print it. And some people do not give a fuck. They'll just, like, a full roll of their smut photos, like their at-home porn where they took with a disposable camera.
So I've always wondered,
Can you like one of those?
Like, I see these, right? Like,
it's like, nice.
It's like, here, develop that and tell me what you think.
they had certain rules, like if there was red flags, like that we weren't like. There's certain things like you have to bring this to a manager and you can't print this.
So I always wondered, do you bother doing anything? Like, do you color correct or anything, or do you just?
I mean, it's just like a button basically, because because you put the thing in and it does it, and then it just kind of gives you a slideshow on the computer screen, and then you can. Some of them kind of like come in crooked, so you just got to correct the crop or whatever, and then hit like basically just an auto color correct button that just kind of brightens it a little bit.
Got it.
So I mean,
I had a guy who came in one time and he had a flash drive, and it was like, I thought then that it was his girlfriend, but now I think he was trying to like scam chicks and being like, I'm a photographer, let's do a photo shoot at my place, because that's kind of what it looked like. Because it was like those kinds of photos, but like 4 outfits.
Yeah, that's weird.
And so I opened it, and then I called the manager over, and the manager put him on the other computer and went through him with the guy and was like, which ones of these do you need?
He's like, all of them. I was like,
I'm not printing these. These are nudes. And my manager was like, let's check them out. Actually, let's check them out with the guy.
Yeah, that was kind of the rule of the photo lab, is if you came across some good shit, you got to invite the guys over. hey, come on. Got some good shit back here.
Since we're talking about past jobs, I used to work at a dealership. And let me tell you, car dealership.
Drug dealership.
Yes, both. Okay. It's both.
What was the name
drug
of the address?
Dealership. That happens behind the building. In the offices.
That was how they laundered the money. They sold cars.
Yeah.
And bought art.
I think there's money in car sales. There's not.
Oh, for sure.
There's not.
Oh. So just so you know, just so everybody is on the same page out there, you think your car salesman is a nice dude. You think he's nice to you. You guys kind of become pals. Maybe you've bought 3 or 4 cars from him. He is absolutely 1,000% in the back going, fuck this dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of times I heard a salesman come back there pissed off at the dudes, us, the young guys in the back, like, washing cars, who, like, I think I cannot count on both of my hands the amount of times I've heard literally the phrase, fuck the customer. It is absolutely unreal.
When I bought my Camry, I watched that happen to my salesman's face.
he was like, yeah, hey, thanks for the purchase.
Yeah, no. Well, so to preface, so I my car broke. My transmission blew, right? It's at a transmission dealership. They can't fix it.
Okay.
So I go to the Toyota dealership. It's actually one here in town. And I show up. This dude's like, I was like, I'm looking at the Camrys. He's like, cool, let's take a ride in one, like they always do. So I'm like, cool. So I drive one.
You're like, it's a Camry.
Right. So, he's talking, well, it's the most expensive Camry. So it's got the V8 in it and whatever. But anyway, so I get in with him, and I'm driving around, and I'm explaining to him, and I'm like, hey, so here's the deal. Like, I need a new car, but I also have a car that's broken that I owe $12,000 on. and it's currently has a busted transmission, and I can't even drive it here. Okay. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. And so I'm explaining all this to him, and then we get back, and he just like passes me off to another guy. And I don't think he ever told that other guy all the shit that I explained to this dude for half an hour. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy but I think I'm gonna get this Camry. I'm gonna get the Camry. And he's like, all right, cool. And so we start going through, and he's getting the paperwork together. He's like, dude's stoked because I'm just like, yeah, here's money down. I want to buy this car, like everything that I have, basically. And he starts getting ready to do it, and I was like, did you get the other car? And he's like, other car? And I was like, yeah, I have a car that I owe $12,000 on that you're taking from me. And he's like, fuck this guy. And then he like walked into the back, and then it became a 30-minute process became a 4.5 hour sale process. And so I literally watched this guy go from, what, there's another car? Oh, God.
Nice.
I got it, but
I've definitely like done that pass a guy off thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's called pawning your problems on somebody else.
yeah.
that guy saw no money there. He's like, no, I'm out.
The second I had just the weirdest drunk come into McDoodles and feel the need to ask me something, I'd be like, yes.
Fuck, were we talking about?
Making your problem somebody else's.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everybody has done that.
Oh,
at
for
least,
sure. If you've ever worked customer service, you know. Because you get people that are just like mad for the sake of being mad.
Oh, yeah.
You can't help those people.
I'm that guy.
All they're
sometimes,
there
but
to do is just bitch at you. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not going to be your fucking, punching bag here.
Have you ever
So,
like
hey, manager, it's your problem.
nagged somebody that works at like a place like that? I've never like given someone an earful.
No,
that
never.
was an employee.
Oh, absolutely
Never.
not.
No, I can't even bring myself to ask a question 90% of the time, like where something is, because I'm just like, I don't want to bother them.
Yeah.
I just don't want to bother
Well,
them.
and part of it too is because I've been there and I know how that is. Like that
Yes.
person doesn't want to deal with anybody's shit, much
Yeah.
less like something that they can't even fix. You know?
Yeah, and you know what the worst part about those kind of situations are? It's when you are the manager.
Oh, I bet.
And it is your problem.
Oh, I
now.
bet. Yeah.
And people are putting that problem onto you, and you're like,
You just pass
and
it
then you
on
just
to the.
well, and then you just kind of go, "You sure you can't handle this
Yeah.
thing here? You don't got this."
Well, that's why you get paid more to be the manager. No tips.
Yeah, well, yeah, you get $2 more an hour or whatever.
No tips though.
Yeah.
No tips.
I had this dude.
I had kind of that situation. Sorry. You were going to
oh
start.
no, please. I'm
fine.
sorry. How dare you?
He's sorry, Charlie. Go on.
Well, I had a dude whose card was like declining or something, and he was mad at us because it's our fault.
Because his card was declining.
Well, and then he was like, he apparently even showed the server. He's like, look, I have a bunch of money in there, and he had like apparently a bunch of money in there or something. But it's like, dude, like, and so I was like, you know what? I went back there, and I opened up and I saw what checks were open, and one of the servers had like just got like a scoop of sorbet or something like that. I was like, you know what? I pulled out my wallet. I paid for the scoop of sorbet. It was like $1.80. I swiped it, and I went out there. I was like, mine works fine.
How admirable.
Like
of you.
and he would start interrupting me when I was trying to explain to him that, and I've seen it happen at the restaurant before, where for some reason banks just want to mess up. I had a dude one time who his card kept declining. He was like, "I have money," and then he just walked out to the ATM and pulled cash out of that.
Yeah.
That thing, like I can't.
Happens.
Yeah, and so I was trying to explain that to this dude, and he kept interrupting me, and I was like. And it was I was there for I think 9.5 hours already. I was this close to telling him like actually just fuck off, and I will just void this whole thing. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Get out. Like it's like if you will just like relax for a second, right, and just like use your brain, we can figure this out. And eventually he just used a credit card, and it worked fine.
Yeah, I have a hard time
Miraculously.
working retail as long as I have. I have a hard time with the whole customer's always right mentality.
No,
Because a lot of times
It's
customers
psychotic.
fucking not right.
Almost never.
You want to know why they're the customer? Because they're the fucking moron. All right, they don't know anything.
Facts.
This is
Anyway.
facts.
Charlie had
This
a
is
nice
bars.
story I think he wanted to talk about.
Well, today
It's called motherfucking bars.
it ended up not like coming to anything, but I was hoping it would. Like, and this was a time where my employee brought something to me that's like, this is your problem now, just in case anything happens, but nothing happened. So they're on an install at a house, okay? And there's another house right next to it, and the driveway is kind of a circle gravel driveway to where like you pull in and you're in front of that house, but then you can pull out and you're in front of the other house. That makes sense. They share a driveway, kind of.
Yeah, got it.
So one of my guys, we had 3 vehicles on the site, and the house is on the left. One of my guys left to go to the bathroom at a gas station, came back, pulled into the neighbor's driveway, right? Before he even gets out of the car, the guy in the house comes out and starts yelling at him. It's like, who the hell are you? Why are you parked in my driveway? And his supervisor, our install lead, he's already out there saying, hey, that's you should park somewhere else. And Eli was telling him, he's like, we got it. He didn't realize you were there. Like, he's gonna park somewhere else. He goes, yeah, he shouldn't even be here. And I don't know, I wasn't there. This is secondhand. But I think it was racial, because the guy in the car was in a loud, like he's got forgot what he did to his car, but it's an Acura and it's very loud. He is Hispanic, okay, and so don't know if that had anything to do with it. But
hey, Acura, loud, didn't have to say that. We know who's in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I said that strictly for Chad.
Okay. Anyway,
Sure, that's
so
Yeah, of course.
Was that the line? Did we find
what I said about the line.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what you said.
so
good.
So
Maybe the mics didn't either.
I didn't hear it. So he moved his car and they went back to work. Like an hour later, this neighbor that came running out yelling at him and his wife and child got in the car and left. But as they're coming out, like, my guys are out in the yard working, and the guy comes out. He's like, "You guys, you motherfuckers are still here? Like, you don't belong here!" And got in his car and left. I was like, and my install lead, he's like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, it's like, we moved the car before he even needed to get out, and like, there was no reason.
Just looking for a problem.
Yeah, and so he
Probably
told me.
drunk.
Yeah, and I called the owner, who is also related to the owner of the other house, and so we told him, come to find out, they have been evicted, and they don't belong there.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have moved out yesterday.
Projecting.
And they're still there.
Wow.
They are the ones that literally do not belong there.
That's psychotic.
Have you seen the video of the like?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
And I come back, like, at the end of the day, like, checking on the job, and I'm just hoping this guy walks out, like, because I'm like, come on, like, just don't be an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
we're not doing anything to you. It was ridiculous. Even his wife came out and said, sorry, he's an asshole. I've been married to him for 5 years, and he's an asshole.
5 years? That's not that long.
Yeah, I know, right?
How long do you think
Not
that's gonna
that it
last?
is.
Yeah.
It's like I can think 5 years from now, that's a long time. But 5 years ago,
Not that long ago.
Yeah.
Really not that long
Yeah,
ago.
no, for sure. I mean, that's how long Jackie and I been together. About 5 years.
Jeez, it's been
right
that
about
long?
5 years, yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't seem that
They
long.
grow up so fast.
It's like all my kids grew up and married each other.
What?
It's from The Office.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that video? It's like a road rage incident, and there's a bunch of dudes in one car.
First
and
of
the
all-
dudes
Yes.
seen all of them. The dude in the back passenger side has his window down, and this dude rolls up and just starts yelling at him and getting onto him, and he's like, "Yeah, he's like, you fat fuck." Yeah, he's like, "Be better."
Oh my God.
Just let it go.
We're
almost done.
Just start it up again, and we'll
Right
finish
until the end.
episode. Yeah.
This is stupid as hell.
And he's like, "Learn how to drive."
Hold on. I heard that bug. Did you hear the bug?
No.
Okay.
He calls him a fat piece of bacon.
Yeah, he's like, "Learn how to drive, you fat piece of bacon." And then the dude drives off, and he turns around, and he's like, "Why was he picking on me? I wasn't even driving."
He's literally in the back.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I've seen that. Yeah.
like the dude just like picked somebody and latched onto that guy.
Like, you fat piece of bacon.
Why is he yelling at me?
The guy in the back wasn't even mad. He was like, is he talking about me? He didn't have to call me fat.
I have to say, I feel like I have really bad road rage, but I do absolutely nothing about it. Like, I don't do anything to anybody else, but like earlier today, I had somebody, they were, as I passed, I could see they were on their phone. They were going 30 and a 40. They couldn't pick a lane half the time. And finally, I just get around them and I see like they're on their phone.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. I just start screaming in my car, but I don't literally like pull up next to them and scream at them. I'm like screaming, "The devil is real."
And with that, we're out.
Yeah. The devil is real.
No, but I saw a different texting and driving incident earlier today.
Yeah.
That I was just impressed. So you have this girl. She's in a Subaru Crosstrek. I'm going 60 in a 60. I'm just pulled off of 540 and I'm getting onto 71. So that like stretch of road right there that goes past Target and stuff like that. I'm in the left lane because I'm about to go that way, and she goes faster than me. Both hands on the phone.
Shit.
And still going straight. And like, I was just like, what the fuck?
They're more used to driving, looking at their phone than driving.
Right.
There was a woman behind me in a school zone at Bernice Young the other day. Her mom was next to her. She was like late 20s, early 30s, and her mom was next to her, 50-year-old lady probably. And I could tell her mom was telling her when to look up to brake because she was getting too close to me because she was texting with both hands. So she would come up on me, and then I would see the mom go, and then she'd come up on me, and the mom would talk, and then she'd slow down.
Oh,
I'm just like kind of impressed.
how do people function
In a school zone.
in a school zone?
Hey, dude, fuck them kids.
All right, we're wrapping.
Let me plug my shit real quick.
Plug it.
I played for Fight the Fade. We've got a new song out tomorrow. I don't know when this will be out, but I'm sure the song will be out by then.
Yeah,
And we
it
have
will be.
a premiere with Inked Magazine, so check that out. And
Inked
then
Magazine?
yeah.
Dope.
So that'll be at tomorrow morning, but like I said, this will probably be out by the time that's done.
Yeah.
So go to Spotify and listen to it. Cut and Run is what it's called, and it's out now.
Go check it, spin it, give it 1,000 plays.
Burn a CD, mail it to your uncles.
And yeah, check out this dude's stuff, because he's going, where you going?
Fuck them kids, but don't fuck them.
He's going places.
He's going places.
You wouldn't download a car, but you would download that single. All right.